Hello, my name is Natasha Daniels, Corporate Chef Administrator for Rational USA, and I want to show you how to sear shrimp. What I'm going to do is our iVario is ready to go, so I have a little bit of oil here, and then I'm going to add the shrimp to the pan. So I want you to notice here that I have shrimp that's just been seasoned with salt and pepper, and then I'll tell you about the other tips as we start to add it in. So I'm just going to add a little bit of oil here. And then from there, I'm just gonna add in the shrimp all at once. Okay, so at this point, what I'm gonna do is just separate the shrimp, making sure everything has some time in the skillet, or has one side of the shrimp on the skillet, because we wanna make sure to get a good sear on one side. So there we go. I started the timer. We're gonna let that sear for just 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll flip it over onto the other side. So one thing, some general tips, is you want to always start with dry shrimp. And this is because you want to make sure that it doesn't have any water in it. It doesn't, we don't want it to be watery, so that when you add it to the pan, it gets contact and it starts searing right away. The other thing is basically you want to talk about the different temperatures. So if you have maybe a shrimp that's been marinated in something, you probably want to sear that at maybe more of a medium-low temperature, because you don't want that marinade to like splash up and either hit your arms or your face or something like that. And so what I've got here is like an unmarinated shrimp, so I'm cooking at a little bit of a higher temperature because I really want to get that sear on one side. So speaking of sear on one side, it looks like in the back where the oil is, and in the front here, we're ready to go. So I'm just gonna start to flip the shrimp over so that we can see and get that very nice sear on the other side as well. So that looks really good. Okay, so I flipped over all the shrimp and they just have a couple more minutes to go. So the next thing that you want to take into consideration is maybe the size of the shrimp. So I've got some nice, big, beautiful shrimp here, jumbo shrimp. This is something that you really can get a good sear on both sides. If you had shrimp that maybe was a little bit smaller, or even very smaller, then you might want to just saute those like normal. And so that's something that will be dependent on whatever shrimp you have, or whatever shrimp you're buying.